Hello there, how's it going? Ahmed here from Lucid Academy, and today we are going to have a very quick look on Case Group new product Envision. It's still in beta. You can download it from their website. I'll leave it in the description. And for anyone who still wondering what is Envision and what is the use case for it, I would say you can think about it like it's vintage, case vintage, and Inkscape mixed together. Because with Inkscape, you couldn't have ray tracing or you didn't have any um, animated people. Everything was static and the quality was very low because it's raster, not rasterization. So I believe they wanted to make a mix between vintage and Inkscape and actually also Anima since they acquired Anima. So that's the documentation for case Envision. As you can see here, you have all the details you need for system requirements if your PC can or cannot run it, how to install it, and very basic instructions to how to use it. We are going to start it right now, and when you start it, it gives you some info, like some hints on how to use it. Like you have a toolbar up here for selecting objects or materials, and your transformation tools uh, for movement, scale, or rotation. You can also add your new objects from here, like vintage. You can add lights, scatter, and crowds, which is not available in case vintage. And you can also see your loading bar over here. You can control your resolution from here, and you have your materials and assets down here. Like most applications, you have your environment and camera. Sorry, you have your variant manager and your camera over here, and here you have your object and your details window to edit any object you are selecting. And of course, you have your interactive viewport here in the middle. When you start Envision, you will have no visual feedback, so you got to do File, New. It will take a second to load. And when it starts, you can see that it's very, very similar to Vantage. If you ever used Vantage before, you can see it's pretty much almost the same quality. And from here, you can select your frame rate or FPS. Depending on your frame rate, it will uh, decrease or increase your resolution. Right now, since the scene is very uh, light, it's running at 60 FPS. You can download the sample scene from here. If you click that link, it will open a Google Drive. You can download it and set the file so you can unzip it and open it. I've already downloaded it. It has 3 V-Ray scenes. So to work with Envision, you need to have uh, V-Ray scenes from different DCZs, like from 3ds Max, SketchUp, Cinema 4D, Maya, or whatever. You can very quickly assemble all these scene files inside of Envision. So they already prepared 3 files, one called building, one called context, one called frame. Let's try to import the first one from file, import I prefer to always use link because if you ever made any changes to your files, it will stay. Sorry, it will stay be linked. So here we are importing the first file, the building. As you can see up here, you can see the loading. It is importing the file. For some reason, sometimes laggy when it's import the file, but it's still in beta, so that's fine for now. Here we can see that our file is imported. You can also see the light gizmos are very similar to what we have in Vantage. Also, I forgot to tell you the control that's very similar to Vantage. You can orbit your camera with clicking the right mouse. And you can move with your WASD, and shift makes you move faster. If I selected anything, maybe by accident, maybe I can just press escape and it will deselect it. If you find all the logarithms are distracting, you can go to view and show and hide anything you want. Like you can hide panels, to hide the side panels, like go on full screen. Alright. And if you want to hide the gizmos, you just press G and press G5 to run hide. Similar to Unreal Engine, if you ever use Unreal Engine. And scene selection highlight. Let's select something first. And let's disable it. As you can see, it was already disabled for me. Makes an outline highlight. Okay. What we was missing also in Vantage is a material editor. So over here you have your material editor. As you can see here, we have all our scene materials, and we can select any of these materials and edit them from the details panel. And you can do this, I believe. Yeah, it's even giving you a hint to enhance your material. So you can edit your materials by using this tool. Inside the shortcut for M material. And as you can see, when I click on any material, I can edit this material. Like maybe you can make this asphalt less rough, which is looking funny. So sample that. And let's add, as you can see, we also have our outliner over here. It has the objects and the lights for different types of lights. You can also filter the objects by object, scatter, splines, lights, camera, and anything coming from Cosmos. So let's import the other scene by pressing Ctrl I and going to context. Again, we have our loading over here. Just added our context scene. We can hide and unhide it from the outliner. Pretty much you won't really use this option for scene and environment. This is only for creating variants, but you might need to use cameras because if you want to switch cameras, this helps switch it. Also be careful if you ever switch it to a camera, you will go to view and perspective, or just simply press P on your keyboard. Switch to perspective mode so you don't mess your camera position. Okay, that's pretty much everything for this area. Let's import the last scene, which is frame. Should come over here, I believe. It's still loading. There it is. So that's the frame scene. Alright, now let's go to our environment to adjust our environment. So we have two options, one for the sun and one for the sky. And for the sky, it's on automatic by default. This automatic option will make you use the V-Ray sun and sky. But if you want to use an HDRI, you can also do that. From here, you can control your clouds if you want your clouds or not. For some reason, I don't know why, you have your cloud over here. But if you want your clouds to catch shadows, you have it here, which is odd. I don't know why. But I'll just leave it on for now. That's your clouds density, and also exactly like Vantage, if you right click on any number, you will just reset to the default. So you can play with these settings. Also in Sun, we have the geolocation option, which is handy, and the sun disk size, which is very important for having soft shadows, which is very important for cinematic look. So with geolocation, you can adjust your sun position based on geolocation or time, and or you can adjust your latitude and longitude by yourself. This option is very handy as well because it allows you to position your sun very easily. Like you can tell where is your sun and uh, if it's night or morning or afternoon or golden hour. It's very handy to use. Right, I believe that's everything for the interface. You also have your Cosmos library over here. For some reason, it's not very similar to what you have in any other software from Case Group like V-Ray, but I believe you can. I remember I opened the standard Cosmos window from somewhere here. Yeah, the browser. You can open this one and use it if you want. Alright, this is also if you want to add any local library. If you have some kind of library you have on your drive, you can add it from here. And that's your material editor. Okay, let's add, for instance, uh, a scatter. Just like if scatter, you can select the object you want to scatter your objects on. Here you can see this one is selected. You can remove it and add it again, and when I finish, I'll press done. You will find it here in targets. If you want to exclude any area, you can also exclude it from here. As you can see, you also need to press done. You can go to layers, and let's go to Cosmos, and let's put this model. Okay, that's too much. We can decrease the amount of scatter. As you can see here, it also makes variants from the same model, just like you can have in Anima, which is very nice. So you don't find it very repetitive. And also, you can add more than one model. So let's do that. Of course, that's not the right way to do it. I'm just showing you around very quickly. Right, and you can find this scatter object over here. You can hide it. For some reason, it's not. Well, I believe it's hiding the scatter object itself, but not the instance. So, maybe that's a bug or something, or yeah, doesn't really want to hide. It's just there is a reset. Alright, let's move on. I'll just delete that scatter object because I don't need it. And let's delete this one as well. Oops, looks like I can't delete it. Oh, it's from the. Okay, now I get it. It's actually from the building theme. It's not from the scatter. Looks like the scatter doesn't make variants from the models in Envision. All right, so I believe we have talked about pretty much everything. I would also want to make a quick comparison between Vantage and Envision. So let's quickly do that. Oh yeah, one more thing. I believe I talked about cameras before, right? Yeah, just make sure. Right.